Folks, Nancy Mace, representative from South Carolina, is back in the news, and boy, she's definitely grabbing headlines for this one. Nancy used her House floor privileges to make an hour-long speech to accuse her former fiancé and 3 other men of drugging and essaying her and other women, as well as videotaping women and girls without their consent. The fact that Nancy made these allegations on the House floor is significant because statements made on the House or Senate floor are protected under the Constitution's Speech and Debate Clause, which grants members of Congress legal immunity from defamation lawsuits for things they say in official proceedings. Had Nancy made the allegations in a press conference, she could have been sued. A speech on the House floor also guarantees a whole lot of press coverage, and we all know Nancy lives for attention. Nancy alleges that her former fiancé, Patrick Bryant, and 2 business associates drugged and essayed her in 2022, and that Bryant physically assaulted her in November 2023. That same month, she claims she found more than 10,000 videos and photographs on his cell phone of incapacitated women being assaulted. She said she was shocked to zoom in on one of those videos and realize she was the naked woman in the frame. She said she had turned over all the evidence she had against the men to law enforcement in South Carolina, but that Attorney General Alan Wilson had failed to act. Interestingly, just recently, Nancy has been vocal about eyeing a run for governor of South Carolina, and so has Alan Wilson. Crazy coincidence, huh? Now I want to make myself clear. I think women should be believed. If these allegations are true, these men should feel the full weight of the law, and I mean the pre-Republican Swiss cheese version of law. If they did these things, they should rot. But allow me to address this to Nancy, from one survivor to another. Because here's the thing. I'm not going to pretend that this conversation isn't happening in the context of you having voted for an assaulter. A man found liable of essay by a jury. A crime that was clarified by the judge to have been indeed rape. I'm not going to pretend you didn't vote for a man with dozens of credible allegations of sexual assault against him. A man who bragged about assaulting women on tape, who bragged about peeping at teenagers without their consent while they were getting dressed for a beauty contest. I'm not going to pretend all of the women and girls who were violated by the man you voted for mattered to you, because they didn't. I'm not going to forget you helped put a sexual assaulter on the Supreme Court. I'm not going to forget you supported the campaign to make victims of assault, both women and children, have to carry their rapist babies. You helped create a situation in which it is harder for migrant women to report their assaults without fear of being deported. You helped enable J6 insurrectionists, some of whom are rapists, to go free. I'm not going to pretend you haven't aggressively, gleefully engaged in a robust campaign of hate-filled harassment against your trans colleague, knowing that trans women are 4 times more likely to be victims of violent crime, including rape, than non-trans women. See, Nancy, if you care about sexual assault, then you should have the politics that protect people from being sexually assaulted. You should make it safe for people to report their assaults, and you should protect them from birth slavery as a result of being assaulted. I believe every survivor's story matters. I believe it shouldn't happen to anyone, including you, Nancy. Given your impassioned speech, I suspect you'd like us to believe the same. And yet you are actively promoting a culture that makes it more likely to happen to someone else. And for that, I hope you have the day you deserve.